Hey everybody, hey my Facebook friends, how are you? Hey, listen, I wanted to come in real quick because I had something I wanted to share as far as a little healthy shopping tip. It's Denise from Denise McDonald Fitness. How are you? On this bad hair day, June 5th, it's freezing out. I feel like it's March. But I was doing some research for a blog that I wanted to write, and it was about organic produce and vegetables. And is it really worth it? Which ones should you buy and make that point about buying those? Do you have to buy everything organic? I try to live this healthier lifestyle, but even I look and go into the market and I'm just totally overwhelmed by what is something that I should spend the money on, and maybe buying this particular vegetable wouldn't be so bad. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. If you've heard of those, put a little like across the screen. I'd be curious to know how many people do know about that. I know I've heard of it before, and I've read the lists and everything, but it's not something I probably paid really close attention to. So you know what I did today is I actually put the lists of those foods on my phone. So when I go to the supermarket, I can refer to those just in case I forget. So I thought that was a good tip. That's something, even after all these years of trying to eat better, I haven't really done that before. So shame on me for not doing that. But I found it really interesting. As I was at the store, I actually wanted to do this live in the produce section, but people were kind of staring at me, and I didn't have really good internet in there. But I really wanted to kind of show you guys some examples of things that I was really paying attention to. So in my blog, I'll share the list of the foods that are, like there's 12 foods, almost up to 15, that you really should consider buying organic. And there's other foods that you don't necessarily have to, because a lot of those foods have a skin to them, or some type of like a shell, like a cantaloupe, melons, avocado, kiwi. Those fruits and vegetables are somewhat protected by that skin. So if there's pesticides in the soil, or they treat, the fertilizer is not good, they doesn't tend to permeate that as much. So, like I see organic avocados, and I'm like, you know what, I don't think I really need to buy those. I think buying a conventional avocado is okay. So a couple of the foods that I really pay attention to as far as buying organically, and I'm going to stop being better about this, and one of them is apples. And, sometimes I just tend to go for the cheaper apple, even though if they look good, but where's my apple? So here's one that, it's a little bit more money. And if you can see, anything that's organic is going to start with the number 9. Did you know that? I've read that before, but it's just something I kind of keep forgetting. So you start looking for foods that have the number 9 in the digits. Is usually 5 digits, and it starts with 9. Something that is GMO is going to start with the number 8. So you don't see that a lot, but that's just good to know, because you kind of want to stay away from the genetically modified stuff. And then anything that starts with the number 4 is conventional food. So it's been grown like on a farm, but it could potentially have pesticides in it, so you want to be careful of that. So like one thing I bought is beets, and I was looking at that. These are golden beets, which I like, and they had the number 9 on them. I was like, psyched. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, you don't necessarily have to buy organic. They can be a little bit more expensive. One thing that they say to really buy is the tomatoes. So I usually buy vine tomatoes, but this time of year, if you can get to a farm and you know how they grow their stuff, I probably would buy farm tomatoes. But these ones had a 9 on them. They were kind of like the, I forget what they call them, house tomatoes. So those ones I tend to spend more money on. Cauliflower, you can go either way. I looked at the organic as opposed to the regular, and it wasn't that much of a difference. I think it was $1 difference. So I was like, I'm going with the organic one. Like avocados, like I said, I just got the one, number 4 on that one. Like oranges have a pretty good skin, so I didn't worry about those. Like the zucchini, summer squash, 9. I had a 9. I went with the organic on that one. Spinach is one that you should get organically, but the shop that I was in today didn't have that. So you know what? It's all about just trying to, I guess, prioritize when you want to spend the money on organic. So I'll put a list in the blog of the 12, the Dirty Dozen. I think some that they're trying to add to that would be kale. I forget some of the other ones, but you know, like you just have to pick and choose and decide which ones you want to spend the extra money on. For example, I wanted to show you guys like nectarines. Nectarines and peaches are on the Dirty Dozen. So I noticed it. I was at Big Y. That's where I tend to shop. Organic nectarines were $3.49 and regular runs were $2.49. So they were $1 difference. But if you're going to buy 2 or 3 of them, like, would you spend the extra money and make sure you're getting ones that probably don't have pesticides on the skin? I would. That's just me. I just think it's important. Peaches were the same way. So those are the things just to be leery of. So, you know what? I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that before or you tend to think of it when you go shopping, but I just thought it was something important to share. So I'll post something in my blog and share it with you guys so you can take a look at that. I found a really good graphic that kind of shows some information about different foods and just, you know, it's scary. The whole pesticide thing is scary. Oh, one thing I wanted to share is, you know, I mean, I always see at the supermarket the strawberries. And for example, they had buy 2, get 1 free, right? And they were like $3. So they were the cheaper ones. Or the organic ones were like $3.99. So I usually go organic when I buy strawberries because I don't know if you ever saw that picture that was on the internet a couple of years ago, and it was just guys in toxic suits spraying the strawberry fields, and they couldn't even walk in them because of the pesticides that they were spraying on the strawberries, and it just kind of freaked me out. So I spend the money and get the organic strawberries. So it's, you know what, it's just preference choice, but I always tell people just be educated, read, you know, look at things. Don't go in there not really knowledgeable about this stuff because I just think it's really important. So that's all I wanted to share. I hope you guys are staying warm. I had my fleece on shopping today, but hopefully the sun will come out and we can start going to farmers markets and buying really good stuff. So, all right, guys, I hope you found this helpful. I will talk to you real soon. If you need any help, anything with nutrition, hit me up. I don't know everything, but I'm always willing to learn and share. So, hope you have a great night. See you next time. Bye.